And can you one? A very good idea. Say, you're born under 20, and we have to do some transitioning, and especially smooth the best one, because across Ibiase, team Ibia youth teams, and they go into the national team. Now saying what they say, former England manager be interim league, I think Lee Castley or so.
Yeah.
But be Jumano. Most of the boys don't know me Jumano, the junior levels not your mobile, and that's the transitioning. Yeah, didn't come about Morgan Gibbs White, some more Noni Madwe came all of these boys from the junior teams, all of them. Kupama, Muninabo, Levi Cole, all of them junior teams. In fact, I think it's the standard practice. And they say, in our junior team, no, eblo so no mobile come on your success on you transition them. But like you mentioned in winter, Abaye struggle kakrama.
As a coba near
yeah, and you see, the minister can minister say, or per se, our team the transition. It doesn't just happen. That has been our problem. Yeah, transition keke. See, the reason why in 2009 Yehu's transition was simple because we had a whole generation that faded off. In 2008, 2009, by the time we entered 2010, now Michaelasian, Stephen Apia, Sulali, Muntari, all of these guys, they were going. John Mensah, in fact, for which Samuel Seko for Tugapo in 2006 or not or Kokra. So all of these senior players were going. In 2009, because in our vacuum in the senior national team, we could take Dede Ayu, Rabi Mohammed, like Star boys, you know. I mean, where is Daniel Nieji? We could take all of these boys, need to senior team in him. But you know, Munina Crampon team a transition seamlessly into the national team. Into the only time. Now, if you look at 91, I think you're under 17. At some point in 95, so yes, also a junior tournament. Yeah, under 17 around that point in time. Yes, also under 20. In 1995, under 17 and 91, yes, under 17. And in 2009, you under 20. No? So we've been very successful at the junior level. These are the world stage. Any local stage, any African kwa. But in all of those times, your team transition seamlessly. No? There was a vacuum. Your players you see your biggest problem why we will not be able to transition easily this season, this time, your over reliance on foreign based players. Like for the foreign based players, we tend to bring them in. The good thing is that say junior under 20 side, most of them actually are foreign boys. So if you're able to keep them together, good. Now, a normal say players, they won't live up to the expectation in 1 year, 2 years time. You bet me at the life sanity. Again, one of the things that Abaye Akwensidie Kesia Pa Amaye when it comes to your transitioning of your senior national team, and it's a rich. We've not put in place a structure.
On progression.
Yes, a progression plan.
Very, very important.
And for me,
yeah. Adia Kobana 20 years old, AC Milan, one of
young guidano.
Apprentice, a feno, easy young, a feno, oba. Young TSA, video to benches, Domicadia, Caron for the Senum. Yeah. It's young guiding man to ye. Me honor, me problem, did I know how he be some monitor on progression. Yeah. And who come out to Spain when you had you? Is he rich? Germany, France, Spain. I'm never show Timakobo. Almost what they call the integrated system. Integrated system. Like on your Nigerian Crampo say, Obeka just say Kobo team A and that's team C. The structures are there. Rich abroad. There are certain departments of the various FAs now. I'm a pure analyst. I'm analyzing national team matches. But if I say Mohamed Kudus Ayatis and Nancy and let's go the Madrid so penano. They can Ghana Premier League, Ghana Football Association analysts no will analyze Kudus's game. Normal advice based on data and the items that change. It don't fit your style of play. In these countries, those integrated systems now, France, advice on players now, and because they integrated into the best or two players, you say okay, you need wholesale transitioning, but your national team no, o should be say France, Paul Pogba be free mo, Griezmann be free on them. Then you look at Tobi to say N'Golo Kante no all free on them. Now look at the players they brought in. Yusuf Fofana. They brought on, what's the name? Kefran Turan. All of these young boys. They brought on very young boys that they had watched from there and they almost transition in there. Again, one of the things they do is that occasionally, almost the small boys who have senior team kakra, or the other journey team like Malo Gusto, or French national team. But we don't have that. So the structure is very important. The over-reliance of foreign players, no say another thing. Very, very important. But Rich, you see, player migration, immigration, because of the economic factors, the way you crew man, no say one thing.
It's send me a problem. Because Mekai, I know was it that 17 or under 20 Mubako?
Yeah.
There was one guy, you say, Onya contract. A banum so team them one cadano. You see the man in the papa catch on the massa. Yeah, we a banner. Mumba baby.
Yeah.
A Korane Konya Sikade.
Yeah.
Sabi Abetaya Hono. What's the Anzoma brand?
Rich and Unim aha see.
Sikasam.
You see, and no current stands to feed in another point of poor management. Your crew must say, you know, you manage players. We don't manage them as talents. A lot of the people who are managers now, they are managing because of bread and butter. Or managing and advisable. Exactly. Or managing advisable on the best career decision. Or managing it because on no percentage, no cut. And these things are all down to structure in your bond, which for me, anytime they be because rich, you can't be a government and allow GFA say control everything that happens in football. We will take a huge step in structural reforms. And yes, we'll keep on going back and forth in that conversation. And for me, a bad thing, unless we have a vacuum or unless the minister is ready to do the work, put in the legwork, then we'll get success in that regard. Now, you bet me and transit your boys now in going forward.
You see?
Easier said than done, Nibiana.
Your penoma bebrays, young word.
A camp, the young word.
The penoma bebree. Even your uncle, your point, I could do buffet. As so, yento gas.
As a move.
Yento lettuce. Yento yam. Yento rice. Yenianwa. And so you see a buffet. There are two problems. I'm best mission. The structure of the way you're running your national teams, you know, are you wrong? And the culture of the way you teach your footballers, you know, and my whole coin and my FNO enya a certain level of say in players' normal career for us to manage them through a certain system. First one. So because of the structure of a national team now, but I will concentrate on only one. Rich, say a per se, your team a coordinated under 15, 17, 19, 20, probably 21 to 23 to blasters. And when we ever handle some transitions, you know, and in betweens, you know, and your coaches. Say your coaches. So we need a technical system. Omuna, a Jumani Nasa Omunsa. They can tell you, oh, in 2013, we scouted 50 players for the under 15. Your son is on a 30. Me manage you more, your boy wafu under 15 year boy. Emu say enya kwenya ekwaha, emu say enya kwenya kwaha. These are the players I think say we need to keep an eye on and progress them to under 17. So Mudu under 17, the under 17 coach also takes over. As and when they are current players are outside the system, no, or some monitor open is net wide, no capture money now. Good. So Rich, baby, I will say, me, I'm manage smooth transitions, you know. Hey, baby, Rich, a smooth technical structure. Because coaches, you know, coaches say Juma. The honorable Kofi second, coach is a Juma. Now, Rich, this is why I draw my curtain. Yeah, Memuhano. Apart from the blasters, yentia coach biaka
coach no aye adwuma ni ntua ne ka
enti
do me dey survival
fantastic. That is the reason why so say ye changing near choppy under 70 under 50 under 20 under 23 ye changing choppy because obi be ye adwuma no 2 years ni enti na afro no ko no ya point obi a asa ono so mfa sa situation ne ko no national team ono so ba be ya na adwuma ya me ye for so be na me no no so ko rich. We've not fixed our technical structure, but we want a certain output from their job. How is that possible? The entire coaches, they are not fully employed coaches for national teams. Me, I don't even subscribe to where your junior national team coaches, SIO coaches for clubs. Anyhow. Rich Argentina, Omwana 17 coach, Omwana 20 coach, Omwana 23 coach, Omwana coaches for any club. They are purely full-time national team coaches working within the technical secretariat. And they know what they are doing. But because we can pay you full-time, I saw you at Mama club. Now, what kakra. Na odi ababa ye national team job no national team job na wo ye no ye ntua wo ka the only time I will be film I when ye ko tournament enti ye agree per diem any bonuses na wo benya bibia film Rich, how do you run such a system and think about having a smooth transition and national team that is well coordinated? How enti wonye ho he unkodi da so so banu aduane na sebi ufi hono efifi enuaba uniga osuba so nu aduane Rich ensem no ye dia no na eka ye dia no ene mpaibo we wish things were nice but we don't invest in them. Me masem nyina meka no say ye this ankomo we over 50 years about transitions. We've not fixed the structure, but we always near batra, near baby final product home como. I'm not letting coaches unti omuka. So how would they be able to work and coordinate for transitions? How?
You go kakra. No ko. Now we have a sum kakra. No ko. But so England when you are Lee Casley. Why you jumana je? Do you know
the number of years De La Fronte have spent within a Spanish national team?
Show me to say De La Fronte.
From under 17 to under 20. The number of years.
See, on your system, you didn't be a national team coach.
And Rich, what is said during those years, or you attached to any club? No. Until the team, so you call up, on you attached to be, or you Juma. You need enemy. Kakrana nkwa ya momo adwuma no kwa yentua omoka. But we just pop up on the camera and say we want transition. Rich, why are we like that? Why are we like that? Bible krasi adwuma eni na ketia.
Asano.
Enti wonya adwuma bia, why do you want pay? Rich, honorable Kofi Adams, Mr. No. Honorable ye system no. Say ya mambisa ne tutobidia se ye ne nemua ye tushia successor ne afa. Ye tushia successor.
Can't we start something?
Rich, starting something no come.
Because honorable ni so be can say ya de kire keke.
O start
muna mo positions no.
Rich, o start bibi no. Sikasam. Makacho say Ghana. Anytime be a sports ministry baba kantibiano and koma ye di o media nim with omo mutie no as to who is qualified to do no e wan na ya de bia omo Ghana for pay you see a problem akoko ntoka meboa forgetting say your problem is not who to fight but who to raise us money and koma me no di esika sam komo We need a proper fundraiser as our minister. Say we can solve this problem. Look, problem biya ya won solution go people so biya no. Rich, it takes money to implement those policies, you know. Yiniska, but you didn't come up big. And here for a person to Rolls Royce.
No problem, oh. Man would only be the almost see you football now what they compare the everything. Yeah, can you say how we oh, you say a dumb become won't be a view. In Chumrana, in Tosso, in Shawans 4.5.
Bema wo Junso ni